morning, I'm Chip.
Hey, good morning, I'm Steve.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Nicholas.
And this is
Chip's Garage.
What a beautiful car, buddy.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to get to it, but real quick,
Yes.
let's talk about
Let's
Nick and
talk
Kelly.
about this, okay? I'm going to have the editor, owner, and chief bottle washer of the business. That's it. This is Kelly from Nature Coast Cruising. We talked about her before. This is her. She's here with her car and her husband, Nick. And you have to go see her magazine. It's just incredible pictures, incredible stories and pictures.
Yeah, and Kelly, tell us, you were telling me earlier what the magazine is about.
So it's actually a car culture magazine based here on the Nature Coast about the Nature Coast car culture. I love the old hot rod magazines. That's what I grew up reading. I wanted to do something with that feel, but that focuses on the people and their stories, their cars, why they have them, why they drive them, why they maintain them, not just about the specs and what's under the hood. So.
This is one of the things we love about what they're doing. And by the way, we're going to have a half page ad, I think we're doing in the magazine.
Yeah, we're excited.
So they do need advertisers if you want to support the car culture and keep it going. But this is what Chip's Garage is about also, is just about keeping the car culture going. We don't profess to be experts, and I know you guys don't neither. We're always open to your comments. Be nice. Some people are not nice, but be nice. We're just trying to keep the culture going and keep the young people. I want to give a quick shout out to Tara, FloridaCarshows.com, FLCarshows.com. Check it out. You can find all the car shows every month. She's got cool editorials. Is that what you call them?
Yeah, just like little blurbs.
Focuses on different cars, and they do a great job, so check them out. Let's get to this car.
And the mascot is?
Oh, Miss Pearl is actually
Miss
the
Pearl.
mascot
that's
for Nature
the
Coast
name.
Cruising.
Miss Pearl.
Her name is Miss Pearl
Miss
because
Pearl.
she is Cadillac Pearl White.
Right. So tell us, Nick, I know you've been helping a lot with this. What year is it? What is it? Tell us what's going on real quick from an overview standpoint.
Well, we have a 1966 Pontiac Tempest Custom. This car originally came with your 6-cylinder. Along the way, it was changed over to a Pontiac 400 with 389 badges. So it's definitely a mixed match, but this is what we call a
Resto mod.
restoration mod, right? Resto mod.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also got some really nice features. It's got coilovers on the front end. We've got disc brakes all the way around. Sniper EFI fuel injection.
We'll walk around and look at all this, okay?
What's your favorite saying about a car?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, do it the way that you want.
Build it to
make
your
it
taste.
make it to your taste, and that's what you're doing. And I was saying earlier, this is like I like to do my cars. This is a 70s hot rod. And you've been working on it for 4 years, and it's a work in progress. They don't have a ton of money, and they start a new business and those kind of things. So take your time, build it the way you want. You know, one of the things I noticed, Steve, when we were walking around with them earlier, is they're like, oh, you know, forgive us for it's dirty, or forgive us that.
No.
Look, build it your way. Take your time. This is cool. I love seeing the process. I love them when they're done, right?
Yeah.
We got Roy's car over there, by the way, which is just, you guys seen that beautiful Roadrunner, and Steve's Hell Kitty back here.
But you don't want to drive them if they're too perfect.
It's true. If you can't drive them, why own them? That's what I say. I might make some people mad with that.
You're right.
But let's walk around. And let's break down everything you're saying here. So a couple of things you already said. You know, the 400 arguably was the best muscle car motor Pontiac made back in these years.
Yes,
you know, it came into GTO, right?
Yeah, right.
So it's cool that it has a 400. And the fact that it was a 6-cylinder car and a bunch of things were changed before you bought it, right? You're just making it now your own in what you're doing. And that's the way it should be. So it doesn't matter that it doesn't match. What matters is you love it, and I can tell you do.
Yeah.
Well, a good fact is you pull up with this at a street like, hey, I only have a 389 in it. You know, you have a bored out 400, dual quad or something like that. Oh no, I only have a 389. So that's why a lot of people kept the badges where they were and all that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, that's where sleepers came from, right?
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for.
So anyway, I love this. Was an original Pontiac color, right? The Pearl White. Is that right?
This is actually Cadillac Pearl
Cadillac.
White.
Oh, Cadillac Pearl White.
And hence her name, Miss Pearl.
I love it on
She's
her.
my fancy little old lady.
Yeah.
No, Miss Pearl.
Awesome. So you're the actual owner of the car. Is
I
that
am.
correct?
Yes.
I mean, your husband and wife. We
Yeah,
get that.
we- yeah.
And that's cool because we always say, get the women involved.
Yes.
Come on, man. They're just as good as us, and they love it just as much as we do.
5 minutes, I met her at a car show. And 5 minutes talking with her, I already adopted her.
Yeah,
so Nick, I already adopted you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
We're in the family. She
got a
is
lot
just
of
so
passion.
cool with passion with cars.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, let's start
Yeah.
pointing some stuff out here, Steve.
Well, look at they carried this through the 60s, like my Camaro has it. Same, the GM stainless steel, and you can see the stainless steel, the mirrors. It's just so nice to see this. They didn't put the black plastic ones on or nothing. I just love that. And the Pontiac had this, what do you call it? Like hump here, like a
Yeah, like a ridge going down it.
ridge, and it just goes so beautiful with the car.
Well, what I notice about Pontiac is the design, right? Like what
Design.
you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
Pontiac put a little extra into it, right? Than a Chevy or whatever. I'm not putting Chevys down.
No,
I love the Chevys
they're all
too.
beautiful.
Yeah, but if you look at the design,
Yeah.
and we talk about this, like you said, the ridge here, the flares on the
here.
fender wells.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah, you got the curvature here, just a lot of things looking down the door and,
Down the
and
side.
the
And then it
swoop.
starts here again.
Yeah.
Just starts here
Yeah.
and comes up, and it's just so beautiful how it flows.
And even look here, Steve. Look, it sort of indents here a little bit.
Yep,
Look
and down
at
at
that.
the bottom a little bit.
I mean, what a
Yeah.
beautiful,
And
beautiful design.
It's a one-piece hood instead of like my Camaro. It has a valance panel. This just flows all together.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Instead of having the piece across the front, it's a one piece.
Now, I don't know if this is true or not, but wasn't the Monkey Mobile a GTO?
I think it was.
I think it was,
I
yeah.
think it was.
yeah.
Now that you mention it.
And the headlights, I love the headlights up front. I just love that design. And
yeah, come on around with us,
on,
guys.
oh yeah,
That's
come
one
on.
of my favorite
and
parts.
and the grill, see how they stopped it, the bumper and the grill. It's
Yeah.
just so beautiful seeing these cars.
Yeah.
The split grille and the stacked headlights, I think, are two of my favorite features.
Absolutely.
On this car.
Well, we were talking about it earlier. It looks mean.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
looks
Just
like
there,
right? Yeah. And I was just noticing it, and I never noticed that. And this sort of reminds me of a Coronet. Remember the Super
Yes,
B in the
it
Coronet?
does, it does.
A little
Yes,
bit.
yes,
But
the
I
B.
love the way they separated it out.
Right.
And of course, you got your blinkers up here, right?
Yep,
And your running
yep.
lights up inside, and your bumpers open there. Just a
Beautiful design.
Again, look at that bumper, Steve.
Yeah, how
in,
yeah.
out, back out, and even this little thing here.
It's funny, a lot of guys customize these cars and they cut it and they bring the bumper in because they're out, but you don't have to on this one. It just flows so beautiful with the car.
Yeah,
It's
and-
all tight.
And I love the stance of it.
Right.
And I know he's going to talk about, Nick, here in a minute, the suspension of it. He referred to it, but you can see we call it a California rake,
Rake,
right,
yeah,
where the
yeah,
front's
yeah.
down.
Yep.
But it's got the perfect rake, guys.
Speaking of California, give us a short view of how you got into this.
So I grew up on the beach in Southern California.
Nice.
My dad is an old surfer dude, and he's 77
Still
now.
surfing.
Still surfing in the
Wow.
ocean Monday
Wow.
through Friday. So his favorite car was a Woody, and it had to have a balsa wood surfboard strapped to the top of it. So
wow.
I grew up in
Old
that
school.
just cool, old school California car culture. My first favorite car was a 1955 Neptune Blue Chevy Bel Air. Neptune Green, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Neptune Green Chevy Bel Air. That I just absolutely fell in love with. I know a lot of people like the 57s because of the fins.
Right.
I liked
Well,
the curvature of the
tri-fives.
55.
Tri-fives,
so,
yeah.
I grew up in that SoCal beach culture.
Well, and she brings
Beach
up
car culture.
Yeah, she brings up a point that we always want to bring up. Get the kids involved.
Yeah.
Get them around the cars. Let them sit in the car, right? Tell them things about the engine. Let them help work on the cars. Anything. If you're at a car show, let them sit in your car, right? They're not going to kill anything. But that's how we all got into it, like you're talking about. Our dad or our grandfather or our
We saw
neighbor.
something, sparked us, yeah.
Absolutely.
George with the GTO said when he was a kid he saw it at a gas station.
That's right.
He had to have one.
Right.
What I really like here is the rally wheels. You kept the rally wheels on it. It really looks great with those rally wheels. I always liked those wheels. They carried them through a lot of different vehicles.
Yeah, it looks almost like a mag here, and then
Yes.
you got the slots. Of course, you got the Pontiac emblem here.
I like that.
And I love the white raised letters
with
on
it.
the tire.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
matches this air, right?
And then you have, free air conditioning.
Yeah.
Free air, but they do have vintage air put in here. It works good, huh?
Right.
Good.
Right.
Good. They have vintage air, which is nice. It's an upgrade, and I recommend if you're going to get a car like this down in Florida, like today. Look at, we're already sweating at 10 o'clock.
Oh, absolutely. Let's point out a couple of things. It's a hard top, right? So
Right.
there's only a A pillar and a B pillar, so
Right.
there's no B pillar here, right? And we were pointing this out, Steve, before we go on the inside, is talking about the design. Look at the design right here, the way they did the hood coming back in. I mean, this is custom, Steve. Look at this. And then the way they did the back window, and they finned it out on the side, and it's going this way. It's like a decline on the window. What a gorgeous, gorgeous look.
The aerodynamics of it is just unbelievable,
Yes.
you know. And I always wanted to be that guy in the factory to do clay cars. I took a pottery class to do that, and could you imagine me going like this?
Can I imagine you doing pottery as well? You know?
Well, I wanted to do. I wanted to build cars.
I can see you making one of those old ugly ashtrays out of clay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, then put your fist in it. Well, look at inside. This is a perfect car right here. I love it because I would jump in this car right now and drive to New York or California because it has air in it, power steering, power brakes, and everything. It's a reliable car.
Right. Again, it's a car that's a work in progress, right? They're taking their time. But let's point out again with the Pontiac, look here, the custom, right? Which means that they would, I think you said, and viewers can correct us, I think this is one step below a GTO, the custom.
Right.
But look at the door panel. So it's like an imitation tuck and roll.
Right.
But look how cool it is.
Really nice.
Yeah, look at the seats. You can tell what's going on. The Tempest Custom on the dashboard. They did, again, add aftermarket AC, which you can see below. But this looks like would this have been an original AC car?
No, maybe they probably have. Don't they have a lever here that you push? Did they have levers?
Is that just a vent?
I believe it's an air vent.
Air
Yeah,
vent, yeah.
so it's an
Someone
air
had a
vent.
little
Okay.
lever that you push and had that full flow through the
Yeah,
cowl.
but that's cool. They got
know.
the air vent in the dash. You know, like in my GTX, it's under. You can't really see it.
Right. It's just incredible. This is, like I said, I would just love to drive it. And, you know, I'm so afraid of going in parking lots and somebody dinging my car, you know?
Yeah.
And all that. And even with this, I would be afraid to, but I wouldn't be afraid to drive it somewhere like, let's go to California.
Absolutely. We'll look at a little more when we get to the other side, because that way
and
we
look at
can
this.
see it.
Look at this. All the trim here is really, this is all original. This round bead is original. Everything here is tight. Everything's really nice. The weather stripping. And that's when you go buy a car. You go look at that stuff because this stuff costs money.
People don't
cost money, and to put it on costs money.
You bring a good point. Yeah. It's the little things that end up killing you when you redo these cars, right? You know, like you're saying, that trimming, those felts and everything.
Yeah.
So when you buy a car used, look for those kind of things. The more original parts you get with it, the better off you're going to be. And obviously check your body work and that kind of stuff.
And you could tell it hasn't been through many hands when you find original stuff on the car.
Exactly.
You know? And then like this here, this is easy to put on. This, all easy to put on. And but you can see it's really nice shape.
I want to talk about this, Steve. Again, the custom. Look at the wraparound bumper. Right. And you were talking about that. A lot of custom guys do it.
Right.
Man, what a beautiful look. And we were talking about the back end, how simplistic it looks, but again, how mean it looks. Right. It just looks like,
Chrome exhaust tips.
Chrome
look
dual
really sick
exhaust.
underneath that.
Yeah.
There's a little cam in this thing. A little bump in it, isn't there?
There's something. It puts
There's
in a
something.
lot
There
of
we
rubber.
go.
Reverse lights
Reverse lights.
in the bumper itself, which is very, very cool.
This is where you jack the car up.
Oh, that's right.
Hopefully you didn't get like 4 or 5 winters up north because the jack would still go up like this.
Yeah.
But no, that's where there's a little hook and a bumper jack will go click, 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 and that's where they hook it.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm assuming
Yep.
fuel.
Oh, there you go, fuel.
There's where you fill your gas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kelly has to be with me.
Yeah,
on this one. Come
let's
here.
open up the
What
trunk.
did we say?
Oh,
What did we say, Kelly?
it's a 9-body trunk.
9-body trunk. Now, you know, I wouldn't be afraid of putting something, going to a flea market, and if I'm buying something, putting it in here, and you know, it's a solid though. It's solid. This car is very solid. I was complimenting on how sometimes you open up a trunk and you hurry up and close it because you see the ground.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Or a rat.
Oh, rat! Oh, I gotta bring that up. Little rat was stuck it out of my car at a car show like this, looking at it.
Yeah.
Isn't that under the hood though?
No, under here. It was coming out of here.
Oh, I thought it was back. I was waiting until we got under the hood.
Right here,
I
one
got
of
a
these.
spider
Yeah,
that
sitting
hangs
there.
out.
Long story for another
You
time.
are right. I don't know if we can show the viewers all the way up in there, but it's a huge amount of room back
That's 14
in
bodies. There's some more back there.
Yeah. You can fold a couple up.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
And that looks like an original spare wheel.
Yeah,
at
it looks like,
least.
yes, yep, right here. And it's got the hook and everything, and it's amazing how solid. Look at it.
Yeah.
And it's original. You can tell from the paint, you could tell, and that's what you go buy a car. If you go buy a car and there's a floor pan put in there, I'd be a little leery of it because you know how people
Hiding stuff.
hiding stuff. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah, and a trim. Look at this. How nice. It's not dinged.
Yeah.
These pop metal are really nice shape for the year. You know.
Yeah.
Look at this. It's really nice
Yeah,
shape.
fin tail lights.
Yes,
Again,
fin.
so custom. Pontiac
Right,
just
right,
did that extra. What was the old saying? Is there any, there was like a aggressive advertisement they had about
Tiger in your tank?
No, that was a gas company, but
Was it the cheap
Pontiac
one?
had something too where they were talking about
don't remember
how
that
aggressive they were. If any of our viewers know, let us know. There
Please
was an
let us know,
old
yeah.
commercial on the Pontiac that talked about.
Look how it's metal and it's all bolted in. It's
Mm-hmm.
not plastic and glued on. That's what's nice. Pontiac. You know.
Well, and what's cool too, again, the little extra touch, they connected the letters
Yes.
just to make it,
yeah,
you know, a
yeah,
little
connected
cooler.
it.
Right?
Yeah, that's just something that they didn't have to do, but they did.
Right, right.
Yeah, they could have saved 20 cents a car by not doing that.
Now this is, you,
Back then, that was a good amount of money.
yeah.
you said this is a 400, which was replaced, but then it's got a turbo 350, and then probably a GM 10 bolt in the back.
Yeah,
I'm
GM
gonna
10
say.
bolt, right?
Yeah.
And some custom trailing arms.
Yeah. So it's custom traction bars,
Traction
we'll
bars.
call them. Yeah.
So, you know, it's upgraded.
Right.
You know, with the suspension, the brakes, and everything. It's upgraded car to this, and we'll go into the engine compartment and tell you.
yeah, we didn't talk about that though. It does have four-wheel disc brakes
Yeah,
all the way
yeah,
around.
we did say, yeah.
Yeah. Now it came originally with front disc, but drums in the back, and then you put disc in the back. Is that right?
Yes, it was drum in the back.
Yeah, and disc in
And
the
disc
front.
in the
Yeah,
front.
yeah,
Exactly.
which would have been
And
common.
we put it here. It stops considerably better.
Exactly.
We had to undo a lot of stuff, you know,
Yeah.
underneath it,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, Steve, come show us what's
Sure.
going on. Let's point out, because I love this.
There you go.
The digital gauges, and you can show
Oh, come on
everything
in here. Come in. They put what type of steering column? I did it? Or?
That's billet.
Billet. Okay, that's really nice because tilt, your automatics right here. He has digital gauges. What is it, Dakota?
Dakota.
Dakota digital gauges that look original, but they're awesome the way they function, the way they work, and again, it's upgraded. The car is upgraded where you can drive it to today's standards, you know. This is what I like. This is a Pontiac, a really rare Pontiac tach that probably people are dying to find one, you know. But remember, they used to put them on the hood also?
Yeah,
They
oh
used to
yeah.
put them right here. But this is really cool. I really like this with the console and everything else. The car is me being 6'2". I'm very comfortable. in this car.
Absolutely.
You know, very
Tons of
comfortable.
room.
And here's your controls for your AC and heat. Your key is right here to start it. You know, there's no push button on these cars. You know, cigarette lighter, lights, wipers. It's just very, very simple car, but a very effective. You know,
Yeah. Again, look at the back and the tuck and roll look
Sure.
in the seats.
Look at this. Yeah, here, we'll get out here.
So cool.
And look how they, from the factory, just lined everything up, all these screws
Yeah.
to screw it down.
Yeah,
And then,
very nice.
where's it? Is it
Up
yeah,
top.
right here. Yeah. Okay, take a look on back. And look at this again, how nice this is.
Show 'em that
Look at
button
it,
in the
little
center,
button.
yeah.
That's the one that releases it to go forward. Plenty of room for somebody to get back there. Family, people, couple, or something like that. Very, very, very nice. These cars are very comfortable with the bucket seats.
Absolutely. And that was another thing about Pontiac. Not only were they
And-
sporty.
And over here, Body by Fisher.
Yeah.
They carried that logo for a long time, Body by Fisher.
Right, right.
Well, let's look under the engine compartment.
Yeah, not only did they make these sporty, like you said, Steve, they made them comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
And fast.
Pontiac drive excitement. I think that was that
Yeah,
ad.
yeah,
Somebody help
something
us,
like that,
something
yeah.
along that line.
And okay, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, so
Nick,
let's
is
let Nick tell us.
Yeah,
Tell us, Nick.
Nick.
Point out what you got going on. Just point everything out.
Okay, we rebuilt this water pump as the most recent thing. Here you've got your vintage air pump. And then we've got the Sniper EFI under here that makes it look like it's still got the carburetor, but it runs, ours runs very, very, very smooth. I've never had it stall out at a light or anything. It's very awesome.
Now, excuse me for saying, but how's the mileage? Did it go up some?
Oh, I don't know. It's a gas guzzler.
Okay.
It was
400
before, and
is-
it still is. Yeah.
Good, I'm glad it is. That means
big, heavy
it's a hot rod.
Exactly.
I noticed you have HEI electronic ignition on it in the back too. It's HEI.
Yes, and I think we did that when we did the steering column.
We call
were
it
having all kinds of like ignition issues.
Yeah, we
and
call
stuff.
it an all-in-one, and it does. It eliminates a lot of your
right,
problems. So
all-in-one.
it's an all-in-one distributor.
You've got some kind of really great, beautiful headers on there that tuck in.
Oh yeah,
unbelievable.
point those out real
Yeah, right
good,
here.
Steve, because
Right
they
here down
are.
here.
The way they
Down
go
here,
straight
the way
down.
They tuck in, and they're about that much from the frame, and they really look good under there. I don't want to be the one to take it off, but you know.
I hear you.
Now, let me tell you, let's refer back to their last car there, that the Tempest convertible, okay? Or the, the Le Mans convertible.
Le Mans.
This was the same head, he said.
That's right.
And remember, it's a four-cylinder.
Oh yeah, the half of a
Half
389.
Of a 389,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's point out a couple.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Let's point out a couple more things. He's got dual electric fans with aluminum radiator. And again, remember, they're building this to taste the 70s hot rod style. You got power brakes, you got power steering. They got the old school valve covers, Mickey Thompson valve covers, which are really cool. Now, you said you did a bunch on the suspension. Something was going on?
Yeah, so originally the front end of it, in order to get that California rake, they actually cut the coils, which was really common back then.
Yeah.
And then another common thing that happened was that as soon as he did that, a few years later, one of them, I think it was usually the driver's side, would originally squat more, which was the case with this. And it was actually causing a lot of control issues too. So we ended up doing the coil over. We did raise up the front of it a little bit, so it's a little bit less of a rake, about an inch less with that. But all in all, it still has a really mean look.
It has a great.
It handles so much better.
We're running out of time here. I got to hear it run, Steve.
Okay. One more thing I want to say. I really like what you guys did. You put relays and fuses right here. A lot of people just wire something up. You need to do this when you do electrical out there. Put your relays in.
We found out we had to put in a second relay with those fans because they blew out the first one.
Right.
So
you did a great job on that.
So let's get
okay, let's
who
start
wants
it
to
up.
start it up for us, Kelly? Okay, Nick.
He said it has a little cam in it, a little one. Chip.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see.
Let's bring it back here. Let's check it out.
You do the back, I'll do the front.
All right.
Drum roll, please.
sounds like an airplane.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. You can hear the buzz of the electric fans.
Yeah.
They make a lot of
Smooth,
noise.
very smooth. Let's hang on. We'll listen to it. We'll have to rev it up a little bit.
Listen to that.
Oh man!
Sounds good.
If we can have the viewers hear it back here.
Listen to this. Come here. Wow. Love the sound.
Two of my favorite things about old cars are the sound and that they smell like a boat.
Yeah.
That's true. Rev it up a little bit.
Let's see that.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah, you can shut it off. All right, guys. Well, we're out of time. So if we can all come over here. Once again, the name of the magazine is
Nature Coast Cruisin', a car culture magazine.
Yep. And
Look for it. Look for it.
Kelly and Nick, they need advertisements. They're just getting started. They need people to help support them, and we want to keep this car culture going. We're going to support them. They're going to support us. So I'm Chip.
I'm Steve.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Nick.
And this is
Chip's
Chip's
Garage.
Garage.
Hey, has anybody seen Steve? Where did you guys see where Steve went?
I have no idea.
Steve!
Steve!
Hey! What the heck?
I'm in a truck. Hey, look at this. I told you we're trying to put bodies in these trunks.
You can't fit 12 of you in there,
I
buddy.
guess not. It's 6'2". No. Oh my God. You know what? Though, let's go to the drive-in.
I was just
Oh, there
gonna
you go.
take him home.
Going to the movies.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I'll save $5. Well, maybe 10.